No doubt.
That's it?
That's it.
I've got it.
And now a word from
Ron and Fez.
Ron and Fez! Hey!
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. I could have used a little more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell.
Buddies.
Oh, buddies, it's the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron, there's Fez.
Hiya, buddies.
He's my best pal, and I believe tonight we're getting our haircut.
Yes.
Good.
Nice. The hair genius, Fred the hair genius from Bubbles in Pentagon City Mall is going to be here.
Yeah, last night, Fezzy, we thought we were going to get it done, but it was Cyndi Lauper night, so we had to be shoved back one more day.
I can't believe it was Cyndi Lauper night again already.
Well, that happens.
Actually, I'm getting word it's Men at Work night tonight, so...
No.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh.
We just don't fit the Wolf Trap schedule.
If I actually thought that Men at Work were playing, I had to walk out of here now. Who could it be now?
If it becomes Frankie Goes to Hollywood night, we'll never see him again.
Well, that's just one song, really. All you got to worry about the one song. Hey, I let Bobo in here. That was the whole point of him coming down tonight, was to see the show, not to see what it was like to listen from the green room.
Because you can listen to it just about anywhere if you have that radio.
Unless Tommy Bateman wants to come in here and take Fez's legs out from underneath him again. Oh, boy, is he talking it up in the halls, Fezzy.
Oh, is he really? I couldn't hear him. I don't have the ear for the dust speck.
Now, the boil that dust speck?
Yes.
Well, you talk pretty tough when Bateman's not around. He's telling the other guys, call me Don Rickles Jr. That's what he's going by.
Really?
Yeah. I was offended myself. That's Bateman for you.
Hockey puck.
Bateman, your nemesis.
Now, a week from tomorrow, we are going to be at Dave & Buster's. That's at the White Flint Mall in Bethesda, Maryland.
You and Bateman?
Well, I don't know if Bateman will be there or not.
You guys get together and start playing the dozens on each other? Those yo mama jokes flying back and forth between the two of you?
I'm just afraid we'll be at Dave & Buster's. We'll get in the $1 Million Midway, and I'll step on him during Dance Dance Revolution.
Now, that $1 Million Midway, nothing like the Million Man March, is it?
Oh, no, it's completely different.
Because I would have loved to see that. Hey, we're also going to be giving some stuff out. Let's start tomorrow night. We'll give out some of those power cards for people to come out and see us.
John Benet Ramsey's father lost his bid for the State House seat in Michigan yesterday.
I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Ramsey.
Yeah, he finished about 500 votes behind the winner of the primary.
Here's the problem, and it's not so much that whatever happened with him and his daughter was a problem. His first name, Patrick Fez. He's Patrick Ramsey, and the people of Michigan were terrified.
I guess they were letting kids vote in this or something.
What?
And that's why he lost. The children just wouldn't put up with it. They weren't going to elect John Ramsey.
Well, he didn't get the Nickelodeon vote, and he was after that. Now, how much did he lose by?
Just 500 votes.
Well, why does he run now as an independent?
He probably could. He's done well enough so far. Vice President Dick Cheney has blamed the Democrats for high gas prices.
I thought they were behind it. It's the damn Democrats.
That's because they're blocking President Bush's plan to drill into protected areas of Alaska.
They are. You know what? All we really need to do is dig up Alaska, and we would be fine. We could probably take a nickel off that pump every time you go out.
So it has nothing to do with the OPEC nations whatsoever. It's the darn Eskimos that are causing gas prices to just soar.
It's those Democrats that love Eskimos, Fez, that are screwing us up for everything. They're the ones behind all this.
And, of course, if oil companies get some more tax breaks, then we would get cheaper gas.
I believe it's Snowball that's the problem behind all of us here at Animal Farm. It's all Snowball. He's the devil.
I say we get rid of fossil fuels altogether and just burn the trees in Alaska. Use that wood as fuel.
What about baby seals? They're full of some kind of oily fat.
Oh, yeah, they're greasy.
I threw out a baby seal in a fire once.
Really?
Kept me warm all winter. All winter.
It's like burning tires, though.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
You get that smell, that black smoke, and it just goes on and on.
Yeah, cozy. It's really nice.
Yeah, I can't take the smell. In Milwaukee, Teresa Hines Carey was faced with Bush supporters chanting, 4 more years, 4 more years. She answered back to the crowd, yeah, they want 4 more years of hell.
Boy, she's the Tommy Bateman of the political scene right now. She's always ready for a zinger on a heckler. Here's what my favorite thing is about her. I am hoping and praying that either right before the election or right after, she uses the C word. I won't really feel satisfied till she calls somebody an awful C.
Well, you know it's a countdown. She's just getting closer and closer to it.
Yeah.
There's like a boiling point, and this ketchup bottle is just going to go off eventually.
No, you weren't worried about Cheney saying stuff, though. It's really just the same thing. I'm hoping that sooner or later we'll just figure out that this language thing that we set up is all make-believe to begin with.
With Teresa Hines Carey, I have the feeling, though, she's going to take a swing at someone. I would never worry about that with Cheney. Cheney would swing and the heart would give out.
Yeah, he sends armies. That's it. I don't think Cheney has ever taken a swing at anybody in his life, but he is willing to send an army there to take care of him.
I have the feeling she's going to come off a stage like Axl Rose and just go into the crowd attacking somebody. A 74-year-old Alabama death row inmate is trying to block his execution, saying he's too old and sick to be executed.
That's a great defense. I never heard of this one before. I'd love to be executed. I just don't feel well enough for it. I don't really feel like I could take that.
At my age, I'm just not up to being put to death. This is like the fat guy in Seattle that time who didn't want to be hung because of his weight, his head was going to pop off and that could kill him.
He said he didn't want his head to pop off. Who did he kill that he's sitting around at 74 years old?
This thing's been going on for over 20 years. He was 52 when he was convicted.
That's the problem. One of the problems with the death penalty is everybody's going, it's a lot cheaper. It really isn't. It's much more expensive because they get defense attorneys. And these things go on forever.
And now it looks like, instead of this 52-year-old spry murderer that they had, it looks like they're taking an old man off the street and just putting a needle in his arm.
Yeah, basically, it's like bringing Kevorkian. It's probably the best thing to do anyway.
The lady he killed was in her 60s at the time, 20 years ago. She would be dead by now anyway, the murder victim.
That should be his defense. I killed basically a dead person. That's all I've done. I'm Dr. Jack Kevorkian. It was the humane thing to do.
He's a precog at best. Roger Clemens turns 42 today. Will he be spitting out the candles with sunflower seeds?
All right, he made one mistake. Well, a couple of mistakes over his life. No one ever brings up the 300 wins. They just bring up who he spit at and who he threw at. It happens, Fez. He is a competitor.
I saw him on ESPN today just saying that this thing was blown totally out of proportion. He was sitting on a bucket. He wasn't close enough to spit seeds on the guy. And then in his own defense, he tries to yell out, I must be some sort of world champion sunflower speed spitter.
He said speed spitter?
Well, he got all confused. Yeah.
That's went nuts. Yeah, I don't see it as a big deal either. I'd let the guy go. He got thrown out of the game. What more do you want? That's all he deserved at the time.
So now he's wanting an apology from everybody.
Well, he's got it from me. Sorry, Rocket. I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart. So you get out there and play again. Rocket. Rocket.
CBS has electronically removed the pinstripes from the actors' uniforms in their new show Clubhouse. It's about a fictitious New York baseball team. That was after the Yankees complained about it.
Yeah, I don't blame them there. I mean, it's a New York team. They're wearing pinstripes. Who else are they supposed to be? Oh, yeah, the Titans again. They always try to throw that in. New York Titans, that's the team we're talking about.
Yeah, these are the New York Empires.
Yeah.
And, you know, the story that the show is based on is about the Yankees. It's about a ball boy who wrote letters after letter to go work for the Yankees.
Yeah, and when you watch North Dallas 40, you know it was about the Dallas Cowboys. And it's the same thing here. You know it's about the Yankees. The beauty of this, it's a TV show. It's not reality. It'll be canceled in 4 weeks.
It looks really, really overly sentimental. It looks like Angels in the Outfield or something.
Wait a minute. Angels in the Outfield? Now I'm watching. And I'm just sitting there flapping my arms back and forth. Just flapping my arms, and I'm going to adopt a black kid.
And it can't last too long because of 3 words.
What?
Starring Dean Cain. So we'll see what that does.
What all has Dean done over his life?
I think he did Lois and Clark. He did the Superman show.
Didn't that run for 5-6 years?
You know what? I don't know whether it ran or just ran in reruns on TNT.
Yeah. Well, they had to make enough of them to get the reruns.
So it's him and Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. All right, Fezzy, 1 hour of Al Franken's wacky Air America radio show will air each night on the Sundance Channel. He's kind of doing the Howard Stern E thing, where now, other than having Pixel girls, he'll just be talking about his politics. Is this a hit or miss?
I think this is going to be a miss. And if no one's listening to it on the radio, I can't imagine they're going to want to sit there and watch him on TV.
No one's watching Sundance anyway, so it all kinds of pulls together. I don't know if that whole, hey, let's just put the radio show on TV thing ever works anyway. When I watch ESPN, when they're doing it, I miss in the morning. You're not looking at the camera. It's just not a TV show. It's a radio show with a surveillance camera. It just comes across as awkward.
And no one works it as a TV show either. They sit there and scratch at themselves and pull at clothes and everything.
Yeah, they just act like they're on the radio. We capture what you do on the radio. Don't even bother with us. We're just the zoo tube. Don't even pay attention. And it comes off looking awkward and bad.
Yeah, it's going to be Al Franken just crammed in a tiny box, and he's going to be all disheveled looking. Natalie Portman has flown back to England to do reshoots for the new Star Wars movie, even though principal photography finished last year. Is this a bad sign when they have to start doing the reshoots?
To me, it's a good sign when he's at least trying. Maybe this time he actually went, this thing looks like garbage before I set it out. Maybe his friends, his little co-workers there, his versions of Sonny and Red, are finally saying to him, Elvis, you're older, you're fatter, it's not working anymore.
I have the feeling he's trying to add some twist to this thing that we're not going to find out about. He's probably going to add a couple of different scenes that could go either way. I have the feeling this is a real good sign.
Yeah, and you feel like that before every Star Wars movie.
This is the one, Ronnie.
Okay.
This is the one. Revenge of the Sith. This is going to be the good one.
Well, Sith, I like the letters. I just think they're mixed up, Fez. That's my only problem. Move that H and I around. And that's what you're heading for. Fez, get your $10 out now, too, just to have it out ready to go. Maybe you can camp out, like the geeks always do for that.
I wouldn't mind doing that. My lightsaber will just be a nice reading light or something.
Well, the weird thing about that is they'll start and sleep out a month before it starts. Then you walk up the same day and you get a ticket. It's not like nobody gets into these movies. They open up at 3,500 screens.
They could probably fit more people in there if people weren't dressed as Ewoks and stuff. Saturday Night Live is hoping Bill Clinton will accept their offer to host this season. Bubba said he will probably decide by the end of this week.
He wants to keep everybody thinking and guessing.
That's his twist.
I saw him last night on Letterman. Everybody likes him. By the way, Letterman beat Leno for a change last night because of all the Clinton fans. I just don't see anybody being funny on Saturday Night Live anymore.
Bill Clinton, I watched that thing last night on Letterman. Boy, I thought he was really, tired or something. He was not very enthusiastic.
It's a late-night program. Well, Letterman has beat him up for how many years now? 10. He's been doing beach jokes for 10 years. I thought it was amazing the guy even came out.
Letterman always wins when he has the Clintons on, whether it's Bill or Hillary.
Yeah, he should actually get one of them to co-host the show. It's just going to be the Dave and Hill show.
And just with our cast of regulars. Steve Carroll, formerly of The Daily Show, he's going to play Maxwell Smart in the movie version of Get Smart. He takes over the role from Will Ferrell. So who would be a better Agent 86, Carroll or Ferrell?
I see no reason to do these. I don't ever think of one TV show that has turned into a terrific movie. These were bad TV. You know, when we were younger, they used to take movies, turn them into bad TV shows. Now it seems like they take a bad TV show and attempt to turn it into a movie. I don't understand the fact that they think people are sitting around going, man, I wish we had a Happy Days movie. Or maybe a Laverne and Shirley movie. What kind of ideas do they have in Hollywood anymore?
They have zero ideas. And the shows, they're starting to get to Bewitched, Get Smart. Eventually, they're going to run out of shows. They did My Favorite Martian.
Yeah, but nobody goes to see the movies. I don't ever understand it. It's not like, hey, My Favorite Martian did so good, it's time we do Flip of the movie. They just, every one of these things bombs one after another. Okay, we're going to take a break here. Remember, next Thursday night, we're going to be out doing a live show.
That's right. It's going to be at Dave & Buster's, August 12th. It is a week from tomorrow night at the White Flint Mall in Bethesda.
So starting tomorrow night, we'll start giving out power cards. Stay close for that. Be back in just a few moments. It's the Ron and Fez Show.